Good afternoon, everyone. It is June 8th, 2024, and it is 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. track time, and they are out on track for Q1. This is Quali for the Canadian Grand Prix. Yeah, this is Gresh here. This is the Racing TV channel. I'm in for Ryan this weekend. I'm not sure why he's not in today. I just know that he's just not. No, Q1 has just started 3 minutes ago, so got some people out on track already, but no times have been really set as a moment. So we gotta give this about a minute or so at this point before we get actual some times at this point. So one of the big pieces in play is that there is weather predicted out 47 minutes from now. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, rain is predicted inbound at this point. There's several cells. Um, there's a bigger batch of rain over Cornwall right now, which is heading towards the track area in Montreal. We've got time jumping over the board. Matt, we've got 115 up on the board for Verstappen, which is the first banker time. Is it raining? No, it's not raining as of yet. Norris is going to take P1. It's a 114 585. These times will tumble down. Norris doing 114.585. Pretty much they're all on soft tires at this point. Again, they're pretty much getting these early banker laps, but they're not very good times. So like Norris is top of the 114, but we saw 113s and the Mercedes did 112s in FP3. So these are not times to bank on really. Stroll top of the board right now with a 114.519. Sargent jumping to P5 with a 115. Russell 9 basically putting together a fastest lap. Alonso at the top of the board now, 114.4, and then now Russell 114.0. And we're going to see a lot of track evolution. Again, this surface has been repaved, and on top of that, it's been raining. We saw some evolution at the end of FP3. We're going to see that more of that right now. Norris right now cooking at the moment. Hamilton right now into P5. Norris right now is in P6, fastest first and second sector. Magnussen has jumped up to P2, 114.071. Norris about to finish his no, and that's he's going to go 113.541. Magnussen is now in P3, Sainz P4, Albon P6. Stroll right now, fastest sector 1. He's starting a flying lap. Zhou is improving on his time. Snow's improving on his sector 1, sector 2 times. So is Ocon. And Zhou is going to set a P16 time. Ocon goes to P12. Max fastest sector 1. Soder jumps up to P4 with 114.248. Sargent to P5, 114.243. And Ricardo to P3, 113.978. So these are getting more closer to times that we saw in FP1. Verstappen at 113.368. We've got 10 minutes to go in Q1 right now. You got Alonso putting together a fast lap at the moment. Hulkenberg up to P6. So Alonso going to go P4 with a 113.622. So it's very clear right now 113, 1 minute 13 seconds is going to be the minimum. Ooh, and who just bounced off the wall? Stroll hits the wall of champions. A slight kiss of the wall. There's a spark that is visible on. Ooh, he hits harder than others. Right now, Sainz and Albon right now putting together laps. I think we could potentially change the standings. Clark goes up to his P5. Albon is P6. Sainz is going to go. So Alonso is going to be P4. Sainz is P5. Leclerc P6. Albon P7 after things said and done. Russell right now on a flying lap. And the next would be Hamilton. Hamilton's got the fastest second sector. So Russell jumping up to P1 with 113.242. So Hamilton is going to go to P3 with a 113.443. See who else is putting together the laps of the moment. Watching you guys in chat right now, several of you are rooting on for Checo at the moment. He right now is in P17. Right now, so Oscar, Perez, Gasly, Ocon, Zhou are the drivers that in the drop zone. So Oscar saying that his lap got impeded by one of the V carbs, and I think one of looked like a Mercedes. So Oscar just came into the pits. Perez has gone 7 laps on his current tires. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in this session right now. You've got Oscar Perez, Gasly, Ocon, Joe in the bottom. Tsunoda is P15, Sargent is P14, Bottas P13. Right now, at the top of the board, we've got Russell, Verstappen, Hamilton, Norris, and Stroll. Um, Dickens asked us saying, "Go Max, hit the wall, don't be shy." He did in FP1. I mean, I'm FP3 earlier today. So, and now he's up in second again. Stroll also hit the wall just a few moments ago, and he's now P5. So, hitting the wall may not be what you want. Perez putting together a lap right now, and he's going to abandon the lap in pit. 5 minutes ago in this session. What's going on? And they're bringing Checo into the garage. Ooh, that's interesting. Checo's being pulled into the garage. We got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this session right now. I want to thank everyone who's watching right now. This is 6,576 right now. We got 600 likes. And thank those of you who have liked and subscribed. 4 minutes left to go in this in Q1 right now. So I'm going to focus at the bottom of the board. Hamilton, Sonoda, Oscar is an impeding noted. So that is interesting. Perez is now coming out of the pits. Ocon has just jumped to P5. Bottas is now exiting the pits. So is Leclerc. So right now in the elimination zone, Stroll's just jumped to P1 with a 113.088. Ocon again P5 130 113.4 435. So the driver of the race is Bottas, who's Sargent just jumped at the P5 113.327. So it's Albon, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Perez, Joe right now in the bottom five. Oscar's at risk. Ricardo jumps to P8. No, P9. Noda making his lap right now. He's again jumping to P4. Max coming in and being weighed. 2 minutes to go in this session right now. So the driver at risk is Sainz is the driver at risk at 15th. Oscar, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Perez, Zhou are the ones in the drop zone. Sainz, Russell just jumping up to a P2. We're going to focus on the bottom of the board normally right now because of the one that's the action that's most important. Hamilton just jumped to P1. We will note fastest laps, and so again, Hamilton had two sectors, whereas Norris just had the third sector. No further investigation on the Hamilton Tsunoda Oscar turn four impeding. That's interesting. Come on. See, Leclerc just jumped to a P6. Bottas has jumped out of the zone, P12. So Albon is in the drop zone. Oscar Hulkenberg, Joe. Piastri just jumped up to P2. So Ocon, Albon, Hulkenberg. Perez out of the zone, P12. Ricardo, Ocon, Albon, Hulkenberg, Joe. We've got 30 seconds to go in this session. See, everyone is on track right now. Following along with Max putting together a purple lap. Stappen was P15 for some reason. He's going to cross the line. And Max is going to jump to P1. Following with Albon right now. Zhou is in the pit, so he is out. Albon right now is P18, putting together a lap. He's improved all those times. He comes across the line. He goes to P4. So Perez is in the drop zone. So Perez has been dropped. So we've got Perez, Bottas, Ocon, Hulkenberg, and Zhou kicked out in Q1. So there we go. So Q1 is finished. Perez, Bottas, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Zhou are the five kicked out in Q1. Q2, it's going to be a few minutes before Q2, so take a moment, get some water, what you need to do, and reset, and we'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. All right. Welcome, everyone. We are about a minute or so away before Q2 starts. Again, the four knocked out were Perez, Bottas, Ocon, Hulkenberg, and Zhou. Gasly was the driver at risk. Mercedes looks like they're out in front. They've already stacked up. Already stacked up on the pit lane. I'm going to take a quick refresh of the weather report. And right now, they're not expecting any rain for at least uh, 2 hours. So it looks like we're going to have a clean Wally for the rest of the day. People are pointing out how this is at the top of the board. We had Verstappen, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Albon, Oscar, Norris, Russell, Sainz, Sargent, and Stroll. Yes, Sargent was P9 in Q1. Stroll was 10th, Leclerc 11th, Alonso 12th, Magnussen 13th, Ricardo 14th, and Gasly 15th. And they are just waiting for a green light. So I think the Ferraris got out. No, there was a Haas, there's a Ferrari, the Red Bulls are out. Yeah, they're just jammed up. They're just waiting for that, literally waiting for that green light, and it's just started. So here we go again. Q1, sorry, Q2 has just started. Is there? Is they are just right now. So their rake, the forecast is a few drops around 1625. So that is 425. So that's about now. Well, welcome to the Green Chatters right now. Nikki, Mary, Paula, Two Legit RS, Yentl. That's, so they've just come out on track. I think we've got our first few flying laps right now, like Russell right now. So the data you see right now on the chart right now is old data, particularly for the bottom five. They are knocked out. And then right now we're waiting for actual laps to be actual flying laps. Russell and Hamilton were the first two out, so they're the first two to take a look at. Russell is already, again, fastest sector 1, 2, but that is to be expected. Hamilton fast second sector, taking away from Russell. Russell finished the third sector with a 113.121. Hamilton does a 113.103. We did So the 113s right now, Mannington is a 113 P3. So these are times that were more representative. Norris is a 113. Sainz 121. That's not representative. Oscar's at the top of the board with a 112.462. Ooh, that's fast. Faster second sector, faster third sector for Oscar. See who else right now. Again, people are going to, this board's going to start populating with actual times. Max going to a 113.084. You still don't have times for half of the drivers in this in Q2 right now. So give this another minute or so, and this board will settle down a bit. Gasly starting at P10. 5 drivers without times: Albon, Sargent, Stroll, Leclerc, and Alonso at the moment, and they are all out on track. Albon to P7. Sainz to P2 with a 113.078. Stroll goes to P8, 113.252. See, Alonso up to P2. Clerk is the last one that's to have not set a time just yet. And where did he's going to go P2. So the top of the board right now, we got Oscar, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Alonso, Tsunoda, Ricardo, Tsunoda. So Ricardo sits at P4, Tsunoda's P5. Board is update. Russell right now, purple sector 1, sector 2, coming to the end. It's going to go P1 with a 112.323. So right now, the driver at risk is Magnussen with a 113.202. So the 113, that low 113 is going to be one of the not going to cut it. So they're going to see you get one of Q3 times or get in is going to be a 112. I think Sargent right now is putting together a lap. He's proving in sector 1, sector 2 times. Sargent right now coming to the end of his lap. There is traffic that he's passing. And he's going to jump to a P13. And was he impeded is the better question. It doesn't look like it is. Well, right now we've got Alonso, Stroll, and Albon in the pits at the moment. Tsunoda into the pits. We're under 8 minutes to go in Q2. So right now, Verstappen, Stroll, Sargent, Albon, Gasly are in the drop zone. Sainz is at the driver at risk. 8 and 9 is Ricardo and Tsunoda, respectively. Just hit 600 likes. Thank you, everyone. That helps us with the YouTube logarithm. We've got 125,738 subscribers so far. Thank you for those who are joining the Racing Statistics Army. And then those who are in green, the family. as I refer to them. Miyake, Yento, Paula, Mary, they're the ones who have joined the chat. They're throwing a few bucks each month. They get a super chat each month. It's called a milestone chat, and then they also have access to specific emojis that are to the channel. Throw those into chat for you guys. If you guys have a question, as I'm doing quali, use at Grashariza, and your name will show up that will show up in chat. I think Sainz just moved up to P8 with a 112.927. So already the 112s. Tsunoda's already on the outside of things, looking at a 112.967. Looking right now, no one's putting up any new times at the moment. Only 5 are on track: Sargent, Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton, and Russell at the moment. Albin on an out lap now, and they're lined up on the pit lane. Why are they doing this? Ooh, what happened with Albin's? Something was up with Albin's car. They're having an issue with one of the tires. So in about within the next minute or so, we should start seeing new times populate the board. So the only one who's in the pitch right now is Leclerc, Magnussen, Sainz, and Verstappen. Verstappen's actually in the garage. They must be doing some. Taking his sweet time to get the tire on for a Max. Sargent and Albon right now putting together flying laps. Norris is on a new flying lap. Again, track evolution is going to be a big play. What that means is that as we go on, it's to your advantage to go after someone because they're going to get more rubber. The advantage of them having rubber than the track for you. Sargent jumps up to P5 with a 112.740. That we'll see. That could get him to Q3, but it is a high 112. Albon right now on his lap. Albon and then Norris are the next two, and then Stroll. Albon's going to go to a P8 with a 112.900. That is iffy. Norris is going to jump to P1 with a 112.201. That will get him to Q3. Ricardo on a flying lap. I think the board just changed on me. Stroll went to a P5 with a 112.659. That should get him to Q3, but it is on the line. It's a high 112. Alonso right now on a flying lap. So Ricardo goes to P4 with 112.572. Tsunoda goes to P2 with a 112.303. That should get him to Q3. Alonso about to finish his lap. He's going to go P7 with 112.635. Right now, we've got Albon, Magnussen, Sainz, Verstappen, Gasly in the drop zone. Leclerc is the driver at risk right now. Got Russell starting a new flying lap. He's already got fastest sector one. Max improving on his first sector, improving in second sector. He's almost 3/10 faster than Sargent, who is the driver at risk. Max is going to jump to P5 with a 112.549. That is should get him to Q3, but no guarantees. We are in seconds left in this. Well, that should get him. We've got 50 seconds left in this session. So Sergeant Albin, Magnussen, Sainz, Gasly are the ones at risk. Look, in the drop zone, I say Leclerc is at risk. Hamilton coming up to P1. He was P7, so that doesn't affect the board at the bottom. The projected knockout time is by F1 TV is 112.6 plus minus 0.2 seconds. That's going to be down because Leclerc is already at that 112.6. Verstappen is going to be investigated after the session following the follow race director's instructions. Roll right now is the car at risk. And the clerk is in the pits. And yeah, that is going to be. Yeah, what is going on with the Ferraris? Ferrari 11 and 12 as time goes out. So Charles Leclerc has been knocked out. Sainz has been knocked out. Sargent knocked out. Magnussen knocked out. Gasly has been knocked out. So at the top of the board, we've got Russell and Hamilton, Norris, Tsunoda, Oscar, Albin, Verstappen, Ricardo, Alonso, and Stroll are going to go into Q3. Ooh, the Ferrari radios are spicy. They are completely spicy right now. Ooh, showing Carlos hit the curbs, and he went over the curbs a little squirrely. That where he lost time with that. Yeah, again, the 112.691, that was Leclerc's time. Stroll was within a tenth. Alonso, Stroll, Leclerc, all and Sainz all within a tenth of each other. And the top two, Stroll and Alonso, made it, and Leclerc and Sainz didn't. Carter did a 112.5. Max did a one. So Ricardo was 572. Verstappen was a 549. Allen was a 4.885. Oscar was a 4.62. Soda did a 303. Norris did a 201. And then Russell and Hamilton did 111 lap times. So that is what we're looking at right now is a 111 1:07 Russell's time. So that's what to expect for a pole is something in the 1:11s. So again, this is Q2 is over. Q again. Leclerc, Sainz, Sargent, Magnussen, Gasly are knocked out in Q2. Perez, Bottas, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Zhou were kicked out in Q1, and we're going into Q3 with Russell, Hamilton, Norris, Tsunoda, Piastri, Albon, Verstappen, Ricardo, Alonso, and Stroll. We've got about a minute or so, a few minutes before Q3 starts. Again, you're listening to live coverage of qualification for the Canadian Grand Prix on Race Statistics YouTube channel. This is Grash with you this weekend. I am not your normal Quali person. I know that's Ryan. Sorry, I'm not. I'm filling in for him. What are they doing with the V carbs? They are running around with tires in a weird way. That does not look good. Oh, so you guys are going crazy in chat about Ferrari. Bro, why did you do this, Ferrari? What did Ferrari do? Pros and used tires at the end. Ferrari laughing. Sorry, Ferrari. Face palm. Well, Ferrari saving tires for next year. I'm crying. I'm crying for Ferrari. Oh boy. Matt going to be crying to BH. For those who don't know, Matt is Matt and Tommy of the P1 podcast. Adam says, "Does Perez even have an excuse?" RS saying Ferrari Plan Z. What's sorry this Ferrari out of Q3 and VCarb are in Q3. I think you meant Ferrari out in Q2 and VCarb in Q3. Hi, Crash, me, and probably me, Grash. Are you from Canada? No, I'm from the United States. I grew up in the Northeast, specifically New England. I'm currently living in Central Time Zone, though. Tuning in beginning, so Yuki will make first pole today. That's interesting. He's been looking good. If things happen, let's take a look. Another check of the weather report. It doesn't look like we're getting. Doesn't look like we're getting any rain right now. Oh, news right now is that Yuki Tsunoda is going to be on the Racing Bull, the RB Driver 2025. His seat is now confirmed for next year. That is breaking news. It broke about an hour ago, just before Q3 started. Still right now waiting for Q3 to start. There will be only 12 minutes in Q3 when it starts. So they'll be able to do possibly two two actual laps in terms of representative time. There'll be out laps, there'll be cool down laps, they'll be able to pit one time, but that is pretty much it. So what's interesting is the last seat for Racing Bulls. And that is right now between Liam Lawson and Ricardo. And we'll see how things go. Ooh, the Canadian fans are spicy. They are making fun of George. Someone has a sign out making fun of George because he thought sweat was rain at a previous race. Yeah, correct. So what we know is the mothership Red Bull, and Q3 has just started. So we've got Verstappen and Checo in the Red Bulls. We know we have Yuki in the Racing Bulls, and that leaves one seat between Ricardo and Liam Lawson. Right now, I'm just looking at what you guys are saying in chat at the moment. So the Mercedes are the only two who have not come out onto the track as of yet. So we've got our first flying laps starting right now. We've got Oscar and Norris going first. No, I thought it was Oscar. Definitely, Oscar's definitely first on track. So 10 minutes to go in the session already. And we are in our first flying laps right now. Max has a first fastest first sector, but it looks like did he abandon the lap or so Max is gonna go P1 right now with 112.358. Oscar's set at 112.713. So we have seen them go faster though. Russell's on the out, so Mercedes decided to join the fray. So we've only got two times so far between Verstappen and Oscar at the moment. Norris starting his flying lap, though he's a second off already. He has a 113. Stroll doing his lap right now. He's going to do a 112.781. That's going to be P3, P4, but those times won't hold. Stroll going to fourth, 113.153. Albon putting in his finishing his lap right now. And Ricardo's going to be P8. Noda, yeah, these are not representative times. So right now we've got Verstappen, Oscar, Alonso, Stroll, Albon, Norris in that order. Russell's putting in his first flying lap. Technically, Tsunoda and Ricardo have times, but they are 9 seconds and 14 seconds off. Russell his first sector. Hamilton taking that fast first sector. So these are the two cars that I've been waiting for. Russell's going to take the fastest second sector, and they are now in their, particularly their third sectors, and they're dueling right now between who's got the fastest subsectors between Russell and Hamilton. Russell finishes first with 112.000. Hamilton is a 112.280. That's interesting. I thought one of them would get into the 111s. Right now, looking at who's on the board, Alonso, Stroll, and Norris are pitting, and that is basically to do any particular changes they need for this last stint going out. We are 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in this session right now. You are listening to YouTube, Racing Statistic YouTube channel. Right now, looking at the board, we've got Russell Hamilton at the top, Verstappen third, Oscar fourth, Alonso fifth, Stroll sixth, Albon, Tsunoda, Norris, Ricardo in that order. Yeah, Mercedes is cooking this weekend. That's the big. I think the big is that Mercedes is really, really good right now. Knowing dude, no more Newing really took a chunk out of the car, dude. The fact that Newey's still with Red Bull, like this was going to happen regardless if Newey had announced if he was leaving or not. Ooh, someone was going across the pit wall as Oscar was coming in. He's not working on the car now, but yeah, but he wasn't going to be working on the car now. Even if he was, it doesn't matter. He's still not working on the car. I mean, the most of the work that Newey did was months ago. And there's a whole team that's working on that car. It's just not just Newey. And that's actually one of the reasons why he's leaving. He said he's not there's more Horner has to spread out the credit for that car a bunch other people besides Newey. So the McLarens are the only two on track right now. They've got free track to do what they want. Oscar improving on his times on his lap right now. Norris starting a flying lap as well. Albon just entered the track, so he's on an out lap right now. And we'll see people jump out in the next like 30 seconds to know everyone's going to come out on track. They should at least. 3 minutes to go in Q3 right now. Here comes Stroll onto track. And Norris is going to come. He's starting. He's at P9. He's going to jump to P2. He's going to displace his teammate who's gone. Who's now P3. They may have enough time to go around the track and then start a new flying lap. Ricardo coming out now. Here we go. Tsunoda, Ricardo, Stroll, Alonso, Verstappen, all on out laps. Leaves the Mercedes left in the garage. 2 minutes ago in Q3. Are they coming out? Are the Mercedes coming out? Russell on an out lap now with 140 left to go. Is Hamilton the last one in the garage, and he's now on an out lap. So they're all out on track. So these are going to be the final lap. Stroll right now is doing his final lap. Alonso with the fastest first sector right now. So right now, Stroll, Albon, Alonso are the first three. No, Ricardo isn't that four. Stroll is not going to prove his time. He's going to be at P6. Stroll loses time in the third sector. So Stroll is done. Ricardo right now has to go around one of the Mercedes. Ooh, did he hit the wall? Ricardo's going to jump to P4. Right now, Russell's still on provisional pole. Alonso coming to finish his lap. He's going to go to P5. Max, fastest first sector. Will improve in his second sector, but not fastest sector. He's 0.053 off of Russell. Russell and Hamilton on their final laps. Norris is taking the checkered flag. And Tsunoda's only going to move it to P8. So here we go. Verstappen's going to come across the line. And it is going to be P2. Oh, it's the same time as Russell. But Russell did it before him. So Russell has the P1. Russell's going to come finish his lap. And it's going to be not an improvement in his time, but he's going to still retain on pole. Here comes Hamilton. And he is going to, no, it's going to be 3/10 off. He's going to be P7. And that is it, everyone. Russell's going to take pole with an exact time with Max. Wow, Russell pole, Verstappen second, Norris third. So it's a McLaren lockout in the second row with Norris and Oscar. Ricardo P5, Alonso P6, Hamilton P7, Tsunoda P8, Stroll P9, Albon P10. And that is your Q3 session in your order. Russell on pole, Verstappen next to him. Norris P3, Piastri P4. Man, that's the same exact, yeah. The clock does not, yeah, in F1, the clock only goes to 3 decimal places. They do that, they do go to 4 in IndyCar. But in F1, they go to only 3 decimal places, and they have the exact time. People asking, did Ricardo block Hamilton? Seems like no, nothing reported in terms of impeding. Just looking at what you guys right now. So once again, our top 3 is Russell, Verstappen, Norris. Oscar is 4th. That's our first 2 rows. Third row, Ricardo and Alonso. 4th row, Hamilton, Tsunoda, and then the 5th row is Stroll and Albon. I want to thank everyone who came. We had almost 8,000 of you watching right now, 800 likes. Thank you very much. Um, Now, if you haven't liked or subscribed, now's the time to do it. If you subscribe and you hit the bell, you will get notifications when we go live. If you go to our Discord session, you will also see events for all of our sessions as well. We do this for all of the practices, quali, and for the race. We did preseason testing. We also do it for the sprint race and the sprint quali as well. Again, this is Grash for the Race TV channel. I want to thank all of you who have come, watch. All of the Green Chatters, thanks family for showing up. Rest of you Army, thank you for showing up. We will be back tomorrow. I believe, as it stands right now, Ryan is doing the race tomorrow. So I will be signing off for the weekend for you guys. I will be back. What's the next race? That's a good question. What is the next race? Yeah, next race will be Spain in 2 weeks. So you will be seeing me on the 21st. So you'll be seeing me in about 2 weeks when we go back for pre-practice. Is Spain or yeah, it's a regular weekend. So I'll be back for Spain for commentary. You'll see again Ryan tomorrow for the race. Again for the Racing TV channel. Thank you for coming. Our grid has been set for the Grand Prix for tomorrow. Have a good day, good night, or go to sleep for some of you, or for the time zone is not good for you. And we will see you tomorrow for the race. Thank you, everyone, and take care.